achatutungamira zvakanaka. Ivo dare dzakara nemadzimai ose apfuma kuti chamisa imari achatutungamira zvakanaka. Dare dzakara nechidiki vapfuma kuti chamisa imari achatutungamira zvakanaka. Dare dzakara nemadzibaba ese apfuma kuti chamisa imari achatutungamira zvakanaka. Dare dzakara Zimbabwe yese yapfuma iye chamisa imari achatutungamira zvakanaka. Zimbabwe kundizo vapfuma kwamutoko vapfuma kariba vapfuma kumula vapfuma kuzaka vapfuma ikita vapfuma kuti chamisa imari achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Dare dzakara diaspora yapfuma kuti chamisa imari achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Dare dzakara mundoro dzenyika inodza pfuma kuti chamisa imari achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Dare dzakara ndirozi dzekudenga dzapfuma kuti chamisa imari achatotungamira Zimbabwe.
Right. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, this afternoon, this evening, depending on where you are. You can type in the comment section. Let us know where you are listening, where you are watching from. So today I'll be quick. I just want to talk about the nomination court that set today to receive the nomination papers from various candidates as proclaimed. So I'm going to show you some of the things that was happening from morning. I think we all heard about the CCC mayor of Masvingo, Shandell. The CCC mayor of Masvingo seat, Shandell Chwara. So maybe this is the one I want to talk about first before I go to anything else. She's the one we received early in the morning around 10 a.m. She had already lodged nomination papers in Masvingo, but she encountered some problems, which include that ZEC tried to stop her from being accepted for the contest when they said one of the signatories, Honorable former MP Chitando, was his signature was not there. But she eventually succeeded. They gave her the opportunity to contest, and she is contesting under the Citizen Coalition for Change. And the Chavangu also submitted his candidate. He comes under this one. I think during the elections, we also had issues with him. We also had of his issues, but they ended. So now Chavangu has his candidate, his preferred candidate comes under this one. Then but for the CCC, they prefer the former mayor, Shandel Chwara, the 25-year-old lady who was recalled just recently. Then, so we have this video when she was talking just after the nomination session, just after lodging papers. So we can watch updating what she said and what is happening. So
Radio here in Masvingo. My name is Wejira Munya. I'm reporting for Change Radio here in Masvingo at Civic Center, where ZEC is currently sitting to accept nomination papers for the political parties who want to participate on the 9th of December 2023 by elections after Shabangu illegally recalled Councillor Chantel Chwara, who was also the youngest mayor in Masvingo. Here I'm having an interview with her after she just filed her nomination papers to represent the Citizen Coalition for Change, led by Advocate Nelson Diawamba Chamisa.
Thank you very much, Munya. I'm glad today I have successfully filed in my nomination papers under CCC, the original CCC, after I was recalled by the imposter, Chabangu, claiming it's the SG for CCC. I want to thank the movement, the CCC movement, and the leader, President Advocate Nelson Chamisa, for giving me yet another chance to represent the movement in the by-election that we are I expected to be held on the 9th of December this year. I am very confident, and I know the same people who elected me into office are going to elect me, and I am asking the residents, the ratepayers of Masvingo Ward 2, Masvingo West Ward 2, to please vote for me, and also set the precedence that Nelson Chamisa is the leader of CCC, and we are going on with the movement. Thank you very much.
We want to wish you all the best, Mayor, Councillor Chantel Chwara. In 23 August 2023, she defeated Zanu-P Water by over 1,000 votes, and also Muonzora Spat, who garnered a party of 17 votes. We wanted to wish you all the best and defeat Zanu-P once again. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So that was Shandel Chwara in Masvingo speaking to Wejira Munya, and now I am looking for the video to show you what the ZEC tried to say when they were, ZEC said when they were trying to stop from contesting. So this is Honorable former MP for Masvingo Eben. I think by then it was Masvingo Central, Honorable Jefferson Chitando, speaking to Wejira Munya of Change Radio, telling the audience that ZEC tried to deny Mayor Chwara a chance to contest these elections Zek told Onstando that you cannot, you are not a signatory of CCC, yet he has been a signatory since 23 August elections, and they even recently submitted the signatures saying that these people are going to be signing on behalf of the movement. So let's hear what Honorable Stando said.
I'm reporting for Change Radio. My name is Wejira Munya. I'm reporting for Change Radio here in Masvingo Civic Center. Today, ZEC is set to receive nomination papers for political party candidates who were submitting their nomination papers to contest on the 9th December 2023 for the by-elections in Masvingo West. Here I am with Mr. Jefferson Chitando, who is one of the signatories to sign papers for Citizen Coalition for Change party led by Advocate Nelson Chamisa. But there was a mishap from ZEC after they tried to deny Mr. Chitando to sign on behalf of Citizen Coalition for Change Councillor Shandil Chuara. Mr. Chitando, what really happened in the nomination court today?
Basically, to the people of Zimbabwe, Zanu-P's rigging tactics and the first controlled ZEC wanted to make sure that our candidate was going to be blocked out of this contestation. What happened was that sometime on the 25th of October, we submitted our signatures to ZEC, but to my surprise and to the surprise of the party, my signature was said not to appear on the list of those who were the signatories for CCC led by Advocate Nelson Chamisa. But after I had argued with them, and a nearly fight was to take place in the nomination court, that's when they perused their papers and they found that my signature was placed under Matabeleland North Province, although it was clearly written the Masvingo Province. So finally, we were able to rectify the error, and Shandil Chuara is the official candidate for CCC for Ward 2, Masvingo Municipality, led by Advocate Nelson Chamisa.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Chitando, for a job well done to fight for the democratic space here in Masvingo and make sure that the candidate led by Advocate Nelson Chamisa, Shandil Chuara, reclaim yes seat after illegally recalled by Shabangu, who purport to be the Secretary General of this great movement. Thank you.
Right, that's what happened in Masvingo, and as you can see, the regime is just trying to make it difficult for the movement, for the CCC movement to smoothly contest, to smoothly continue building the country together. So now we're going to present what was happening from the Matabeleland side. I think that's where another group of MPs and councillors were recorded. So we have quite a number there. So I'm going to just pick a few updates I have. Then we let you know what has been happening in Matabeleland. So this is another council. I think he is the deputy mayor. I'm yet to confirm, but he is the deputy mayor, I think, for Lawayo seat. And let's hear what he said. The mayor.
A member of CCC. We just want to find out today in court, where do you stand?
My brother, we still stand the way we stood. We have got an identity, we have got a family, and that family has got a father. And we cannot then be told by an illegitimate child to say you don't belong to this family. So we have filed our papers as Triple C, because we have got an identity. Our party has never recalled us. We still stand as the elected CC members.
Okay. So, is this not going to cause a situation that you get, let's say, you are re-elected and then you are recalled again by the same individual?
By the same individual, if they keep on promoting the illegality, we'll still go and contest again under the same banner. We cannot run away from the family, you see, because somebody says he doesn't want you in the family and that person doesn't even belong to the family. So we'll still go back to the elections again under the same banner again because there's no law which prohibits us from doing that. So if government keep on wanting to waste the taxpayers' money, they can continue. We'll go by election after by election.
All right. Okay, thanks.
So you heard it. He reiterated that an imposter cannot come in to tell you to come out of your house. What he is simply saying is that when a snake enters your house, you should not run away from your house. You just take the snake outside, then you go back to your house. If you are to kill the snake, you have to kill the snake and remain in your house. This is what the councillor is just saying, that we remain in the Citizens Coalition for Change, and we are supposed to be there. By the way, the court did not say that Chawangu is the Secretary General. The court did not even say that he's a member. But what the court argued was that you did not bring these documents like the constitution, like what, but they did not finalize that Chawangu is the Secretary General. And from what is now public is that Chawangu can no longer write anything to Parliament, and the Parliament now knows who they should receive information from. So I think that the end of Chawangu is of now. Then we also go to get what CCC leader, one of the women task force champion, Stabile Mlilo, who was presiding, who was a leader who was a senator and was also recalled, and she is one of the signatories in Bulawayo. So she also had an opportunity to speak to media. Let's hear what Stabile said.
I'm the National Task Force member for the Women Assembly and Citizens Coalition for Change, which is led by Advocate Nelson Chamisa. I think you just saw me coming out of the nomination court. We've successfully filed our papers for our 5 citizens candidates. That's one for Country Park, which is going to be having Honorable Pasho going next. We've got Makwegwe. Honorable Gono is here. He's going to be representing us. We've got Mbopoma. We've got Honorable Makaza is here. We've got Blawayo South. Honorable Watson, she's going to be here. Oh, she's here. I can see that she's here also. And then I'm left with Honorable Manduna from Keta. He's going to be representing Keta. So we've actually succeeded in even paying for our citizens candidates. So they are ready to go on the ground and also start campaigning for our party, which is Citizens Coalition for Change. So that's all that I can say to you. You can go anywhere, you will see who our signatories are.
If you can confirm.
I mean, our signatories, they've been there on the domain. You can go on Twitter, you can go anywhere, you will see who our signatories are.
If you can confirm for us, please.
No, this is why I said go on the public domains. Our signatories have been there, so go there.
Not everyone has access to those. Who are the
go there on the go on public domains. You see our signatories there.
Someone can't afford data. They want to know.
To avoid
misconception. Who
we
signed?
need to know who are the signatories. You can just help us with that, ma'am.
Like I said, those are public. They are on the public domain. They are not moved. They are on the public domain. Everyone knows who our signatories are. So thank you very much.
How did you find the process?
No, the process was very smooth. It was very, very smooth. We lodged our papers yesterday. Today we came in, we paid for everyone. So even our councillors, they also did the same. I mean, I was
Right, so you heard it for yourself. She confirmed that they lodged their papers. This is for Bulawayo. She talked about Cowdrey Park, Bulawayo, Magwegwe, Bulawayo South, something like that. They need the 5 MPs. Then going to Binga North. In Binga North, in Binga North, this is what happened. They tried again to stop Honorable Duweko Swanda from contesting. From what I'm reading here, Binga North, Prince Duweko Swanda, who is seeking to retain his seat, he has been told by a provincial elections officer for Matabeleland North that the signatures on his nomination papers are invalid. And an update on that is saying that Binga North, CCC Binga North candidate Prince Duweko Swanda's nomination papers were eventually accepted after ZEC officials had rejected them on the basis that the signatories who had signed these papers were invalid. CCC Lupane East candidate Bright had also faced a similar challenge. So you see, in Binga North, that's where first president, that guy tried to contested 23 August elections, but he failed. Then now they record the CCC MP, and they are trying to stop him. You know what? If they had successfully stopped him, the Zanu-P of MP was going to be declared the winner of that seat, and it was going to go just like that. So they could not succeed. They were stopped. You know, they are trying. Faz has been trying to take over everything from the citizens, to take over, especially the voting right. You know, the only hope that may bring change in Zimbabwe so far, that is peaceful, that won't cost any life, is on the ballot. So whatever has been happening, whatever is happening now, we have to make sure that we fight for the right to vote. So this is what happened in Binga North and in Lupane. It also happened in Mashingo, but it seems like they are not succeeding. CCC candidates are making it to to be nominated, and it seems like it's going smooth. Then going back to Lawai, I think we have it that with this one. Okay, so we have it that the other candidates for Matabeleland, they filed their nomination papers, and so far there's no problems around filing nomination papers. And now we go to Mavuku, and I think everyone has been waiting for Mavuku, and it went well. I think we have a conversation here with Honorable Kufa Kutizwi. They call him Mebo. They call him Mebo of Mavuku. So we have him here speaking to the journalists. So in the morning, I think around 11, it was reported that Honorable Fakutizi was also told to go back and bring his birth certificate. So he had to do that, but let's hear what he said, because I cannot say much on what he said. You can hear from what he said after successfully filing his nomination court papers.
I think the process it was long, but we were done. Sure. We've successfully filed our nomination.
You came at 11 and left. What was the problem?
No, because you're not mandated to stay until we are still around. If you can check, we are still going out, we can also come back. We can do what we want, because this is a emergency court and we have a right to do what we want.
All right. Are you ready for the campaign again, given that you're just coming from the 23 August elections? Are you ready to?
No, you know what, the problem in Zimbabwe, just come in an election country, that we always stay in election. Zanu-P will always cause election. But just imagine, currently, our hospitals are struggling. They know even the cheapest drug, the paracetamol. There's no paracetamol in our hospital. But Zanu-P is able to fund the election just because to achieve a 2/3. Because we know what they want just 2/3. So that Mnangagwa can extend this term of office, but I'm not afraid. You know, the loving part of it is that we can even check this my thing. There's still the last election, there's an ink which I did vote. It's still reflecting, but I'm being instructed to go back to the election so that people will achieve their goal. But basically, I'm not afraid. Independent Takaita Garama 1980, that's South Africa. So we got our own part, one vision, one part. Under CCC, we have done that. I think we are okay.
Honorable, you were recalled by Shabangu. Are you
okay? Thank you, my brother. No further question. We did. I think the process it was long, but we were done. Sure. We've successfully filed our nomination.
You came at 11 and left. What was the problem?
No, because you're not mandated to stay until we are still around. If you can check, we are still going out, we can also come back. We can do what we want, because this is a emergency court and we have a right to do what we want.
All right. Are you ready for the campaign again, given that you're just coming from the 23 August elections? Are you ready to?
No, you know what, the problem in Zimbabwe, just come in an election country, that we always stay in election. Zanu-P will always cause election. But just imagine, currently, our hospitals are struggling. They know even the cheapest drug, the paracetamol. There's no paracetamol in our hospital. But Zanu-P is able to fund the election just because to achieve a 2/3. Because we know what they want just 2/3. So that Mnangagwa can extend this term of office, but I'm not afraid. You know, the loving part of it is that we can even check this my thing. There's still the last election, there's an ink which I did vote. It's still reflecting, but I'm being instructed to go back to the election so that people will achieve their goal. But basically, I'm not afraid. Independent Takaita Garama 1980, that's South Africa. So we got our own part, one vision, one part. Under CCC, we have done that. I think we are okay.
Honorable, you were recalled by Shabangu. Are you
okay? Thank you, my brother. No further question. We did.
Oh, so thank you. There's no further questions there. He is saying that Zanu-P is using $5 million for these by-elections. But the hospitals, they don't have basic paracetamol. If you just walk into the hospital, say I have a headache or I have this, they can't produce that basic medicine, that basic service, but they are using $5 million to just do a by-election so that they can achieve a certain agenda. Maybe they are trying to change the constitution to allow Mnangagwa to extend his term or something like that, as the MP is explaining here. That's all what he is saying, and he is saying that we cannot be in a country where we always think about elections, always talk about elections. Now we can say the whole year we have been talking about the election, or we can even say since 2018 we have been talking about the elections. Then let's hear what the presiding officer, the Z presiding officer in Bulawayo said. She said there is a recent update on what has been happening in Bulawayo. So let's hear what she said.
We now have 22 candidates, and I'll read. Makasa Desmond of Triple C, successful. Bono Eric of Triple C, successful. Watson Nicola Jane of Triple C, successful. Mandula Obed of Triple C, successful. Swanda Pasho Rachel of Triple C, successful. Mafunga Albert Jawanda of Zanu-P Party, successful. Mod Rajesh Kumar Zanu-P, successful. Kamamba Zingai Zanu-P, successful. Njivali Innocent EFF, work in progress. Women Menziva Zanu-P, successful. Mujay Arthur Zanu-P, successful. Tafumani Badon, independent, successful. Moyosimo Zap, work in progress. Moyo Sleko Zap, work in progress. Moyo Janisa Zap, work in progress. Going to let more DOP, success. Unovele Gezela Zap, pending or work in progress. Moyo Charles, Triple C, successful. Nyat Tendai, Triple C, work in progress. Chirwa, Smooth, Triple C, work in progress. Syringe Ambrose, Triple C, work in progress. Stolen James, Triple C, work in progress. As I always indicate that the time I'll be announcing, I'll also remind people of the processes which are going to take place in this court. For media, we said we're going to give you updates 10, 12, and 15 hours before we do the final announcement at 4 o'clock. We said no cell phones in the court, on silence.
Right, you heard it for yourselves. The meme announcing the progress. So I heard Pasho Swanda, I heard Nicola Watson. I think the first 5 candidates that were said, the first 5 she announced are the CCC legitimate candidates. Then the other, she said those who include Tendai something at the end, those are the double candidates who come from the Shavangu side. So that's how it is, and it seems like the $1,000 are not coming out like, you know, maybe it's a Zanu-PF candidate who is paying for those double candidates. We don't know, but the pending ones are for the for the double candidates, and maybe you have to present once more when CCC was paying for its candidates, and we can then close. So yeah, so that's what is here, and that's what we are going to see here. For Mavuku, maybe just passing by, for Mavuku, last election, Kufa Agutizwi, Munyaradzi Fabian of Citizens Coalition for Change, he got 15,680 votes. And Sakupanya Scott, Sakupanya Pedzai, he got 12,038. So this is a stiff competition, considering that Mavuku is also a hotspot for violence. That's where the former MP, Honorable Chidakwa, who was recently abducted, comes from. And that's where, those two thugs who abducted and tortured and injected an unknown substance into Honorable Takuzangadzore come from. So you understand that this area is a bit difficult, but Honorable Kufagu Chizwi seemed to know his game, and seems like he is confident, and it's obvious that he's gonna win that seat. So I'm now showing you the CCC leader, Stylem Lilo. The moment she paid for the candidates were said to have lodged their papers yesterday online. So they just came to Lawa to the court to make their payments and make sure that their submissions were successful. Otherwise, that's how the day today was going. It was quite a long day. It was quite a hectic day, ladies and gentlemen. It was quite a different day, because we didn't expect that all these moves can just in a blink of an eye can happen. We just thought maybe as the Citizens Coalition for Change had said that they are pulling out, they had really pulled out, but they maybe made a different resolution, or they considered their choices and thought of contesting. And it's actually their advantages. It's actually their seat. It's actually their thing to contest in their by-election, because they are going to just show that who is who and who is not who, something like that. So maybe if you want, as we leave, I can be reading the comments, and on the video you are seeing that's Stabile Mulilo from the Citizen Coalition for Change. The moment she was paying the required amount for the 5 MP candidates. So hanzi china simba mukanda tsama hanzi zvoruma zvomara connected all the way from PE zvorevei PE. Okay, very true. Chamisa, true leader, right? This is Gypsum from a book who is saying Chamisa is a true leader. Yes, Zimiose apa pandofunga ndipaya pandanga ndichitaura kuti CCC yakawina nyika yose. CCC won the whole country. I think maybe that's where Philip is saying yes, Zimiose. Then this one is saying Chipei Chinzwe. tavapo. You can rewind the video if you missed anything, but that's what we were talking about. We were just talking about what the round of what happened throughout the day today. That's what we were just presenting here, and we are just finishing off. So you can write in the comments where you are watching us from. Sifas is saying Chamisa Chete Chete. This friend of mine, Blessing, is saying he's watching from Cape Town, all the way from northwest. Not it's northwestern Cape, northwestern. So he's watching from Cape Town. Then Bambo Yuda. Then yes, Zim yes. He is agreeing that the whole of Zimbabwe. Toughman Maveya is saying, what is the updates? Guys, I think I hope that you got the updates and you now know where we are. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comment section. I will go through them. If I can respond, I will definitely respond. This one is saying Kurama hopes Evan Wagawanda kudai. Yeah, Zanu-P is trying by all means to make sure that we don't have hospitals, we don't have roads, we don't have functional schools, functional healthcare system. If someone is involved in an accident, some will be saying he died because of an accident. Some will be saying he died because of failure to get medication. So we don't know what exactly is killing us, and this is what is happening. So we have to try and make sure that we use all the opportunities we have to defeat Zanu-PF, to make sure that Zanu-PF goes. Is this true? Yes, it's true. I don't know what you were asking, if it's true or not, but it's true. Just know that it's true. Whatever was said here, you can look for it wherever you want to go online. You find it on the ground. You also find it connected from Gemstone, Pajohansburg up. Again, Cape Town, people from Cape Town. Oh, someone sent me a yellow heart. Thank you so much for the yellow heart, Sharon Mwanza. Thank you so much for the yellow heart. Ndibvunzirewo Chabangu kuti waitangire musindo wapera kunge 31 December 2022 siyana CCC enda ku MDC. They said the leadership has to go back to the MDC Alliance Congress. But why are they not contesting as MDC Alliance? What's their agenda? Okay, this was the question. Then mukoma munyaradzi pa Durban apa, parise pa Durban mukoma munya zviri kufamba ere pa Durban apo, munyaradzi mufesi wangu from South Africa, Pretoria. Vanhu ku Johannesburg, people from Johannesburg, from Cape Town at the garage, vari pa garage, at the garage from Cape Town, watching from southwest of England. Southeast of England. Thank you so much for coming to this show to listen to me, to watch my presentation all the way from England. Thank you so much. We have someone who is watching us from Mozambique. How are you? Dedza JJ Chawawa. How are you? Then this one is in the State House. Anzi Calvin Handsome Manjese is in the State House. Are you watching from the State House, or are you wishing President Chamisa to go to the State House? What are you saying, Calvin? Stanley is saying hope yakudzikira zvino Zanu-PF iri ngoenderera mberi nekuzara nyika yese kuita zvavanoda, hapana kana kuzvizivisa vaisa signature zvikanzi Cape Town. Zanu-PF yakanyorerwa neSADC maybe you did not read well what SADC said. SADC said that the elections in Zimbabwe were not free and fair. You understand? SADC said the elections in Zimbabwe were SADC said the elections in Zimbabwe did not meet the requirements of SADC said the elections in Zimbabwe did not meet the requirements of see this. I want you to see this so that we won't have problems. You have to explain things as they go. So I want you to see this here. Right, I want you to see this here so that we won't have problems with it anymore. We just explain what it means and agree. If we don't agree, then maybe. So this is a page in SADC's observer mission report. No, it's not this one. Let me just 1 minute. Let me look for it. It's not this one. It's not this one. This one will come later, but it's not this one, the one I want to show you, so that we can interpret what SADC is doing and what we might expect from SADC. Right. So this is SADC. This is the observer mission report from SADC, and towards the end of the report, that's when they gave this read. They said, however, the mission has observed the following areas of the electoral process and system that relevant stakeholders may wish to consider improving. They talked about access to the voters' roll, 1. They talked about the nomination fees, 2. They talked about the state-owned media coverage, 3. They talked about the voting materials, 4. They talked about participation of women. So I want to remove a participation of women and remove maybe nomination fees. Then the other conditions, access to the voters' roll, it's a mandate in the Electoral Act that the voters' roll should be accessed by all the political parties and be able to audit it. ZEC breached the Electoral Act. Then we go to the issue of the state-owned media, this one, or what we have been talking about, ZBC. They also breached the requirements of the Constitution. We go to the voting materials. ZEC also failed to deliver. We go again to so all those out of 5, we have 3 they breached, which are in the Electoral Act. Then some of the discouraging characteristics, like the process discourage participation of women. Of course, we cannot say that's an offense, but it's just a recommendation. So what I was trying to say for those 3 points is that according to SADC, ZEC already has a problem. According to SADC, they already have a problem with Zimbabwe. If they are to follow up with this, Zimbabwe will be found on the wrong side. That's what I was just trying to explain here, displaying their report here. Then in their conclusion, the SADC, they then said the mission observed that the pre-election and the voting phases on 23 to 24 August 2023 harmonized elections were peaceful and calm. However, the reasons outlined above, for the reasons outlined above, the mission noted that some aspects of the harmonized elections fell short of the requirements of the Constitution of Zimbabwe. They are not taking anything from outside. So people will say, Zambia came to Zimbabwe, did this, yeah, we don't know, yes, we are a sovereign part, we are a sovereign country. What they are saying is that in your sovereign country, you breached your own laws. You breached your own laws. You could not do it according to your own standards. No one set these standards for us. We were not given the Electoral Act by anyone. It's our own act as Zimbabweans. So no one gave us the Electoral Act. No one gave us the Zimbabwe Constitution. It was made by the people of Zimbabwe. I think you remember the referendum of 2018 is the one that talks about ZBC being fair and cover everyone, which they failed. So that's what SADC is saying. Right. Now I just show you a confirmation that Zimbabwe elections were a subject at SADC's extraordinary Congress, is extraordinary summit that happened on the 4th of November. So here is the thing. SADC on Zimbabwe elections. The summit received an update on the elections in SADC. The update is that the one I read for you here. Maybe you are for okay. So I read for you I was trying to get you the update so that you can get more understanding. Right. So what I'm reading from here is saying that Summit received an update on the SADC in the SADC member states. Noted the report SADC of the SADC observer mission to the harmonized elections in the Republic of Zimbabwe held on in August 2023. And what was the report saying? The report saying the elections fell short of the requirements of the Electoral Act and the Constitution of Zimbabwe, also failed to fulfill the requirements of the regulations and the principles and regulations that govern elections of democratic member states of SADC. So SADC itself is saying the elections in Zimbabwe were not done according to the standards of the country, according to the standards of the region. So that's what I was just trying to say here. And I see there are a lot of comments. Where are the new comments? So what they need, they must tell Mnangagwa he read the first. Yes, he knows that. He doesn't need to be told. He doesn't need to be told. He knows that he rigged the elections and what is happening. So, like I say, let me give you a background of what happened in 2008. If you want to go, you can go and refer to 2008's issue. Mugabe versus Tsvangirai. The SADC summit happened. Only that there was no social media, so the information was a bit information dissemination was a bit difficult by then. But what happened is that after the summit, they then summoned a team to Zimbabwe. The team included the former president of South Africa, President Mbeki. He then came, sat down with Mugabe and Tsvangirai, and they resolved the issue. So that's what they always do. That's why they sent the observer mission. The observer mission submitted what they got. It's an investigation. it doesn't start and end on one day. It's an investigation. They will just do their part, then they leave it for others. So you find that SADC will still come to Zimbabwe to say, we are assessing now, want you guys to have this grievance resolved so that we move on the same page. So that you cannot rule out that SADC will just sit down and say nothing. The observer mission is their messenger they sent to Zimbabwe, so they can not ignore what their messenger brought to them. Right. Let's see here. What they need to tell Mnangagwa is that he rigged the election. Chamisa be like a man. Triple C MPs need to contest as independent candidates. If they contest after election, Paito Congress, Yakasarudza leadership, yet Triple C, including GS, are fully a member of Triple C. You know what, McDonald, this is what McDonald is saying. You know what, McDonald? What the court case or the court, the recent court that dismissed the application by the CCC candidates, what they did is they did not validate Chavangu, So what is going to happen now is that the parliament is not going to listen to Chavangu anymore. Because the Citizen Coalition for Change already informed the parliament that this is our person and we are going to communicate with you through such so and so. So they are not going to be able to recall anyone else. So you cannot worry about if they contest as independents, that has its own implications. Like it will be showing that they already quitted or they already given up the party, the war part. So that cannot easily be done. Then elections are not going to do any good to Zimbabwe because we have a Russian puppet in power. Saka, we need to do what is needed. Otherwise, we will lose more innocent people. Whatever we need to do, what is it safe for human lives? How many people have died in elections? How many people have died in that what you are suggesting people should do? So you have to consider human life, at the same time consider that peace can be given a chance and still people can advance. So Chavangu Ngasung, yes, Chavangu must be arrested. Watching from Gauteng, wow, Gauteng, how is it in Gauteng? Chavangu Arushanswa Nezam, that's all. Election, even CCC members vakawina achaita futi recourse GS. No, as from now onwards, Chavangu has no more power to recall anyone. Why are they submitted my papers kuti vaende kumavotes yet takawina kare? Ngavasiyane nazvo zvokudako. Remember, these are the same people Zanu-PF didn't want to contest. So once they just declare that we are not contesting, they will be giving those seats freely to Zanu-PF. And Zanu-PF will have gained those seats freely without anything. And who loses? Who cares? You know Zanu-PF. So you have to be careful there. Then Chavangu akuisa vanhu vake under CCC. That doesn't matter. We had in the same constituencies, we had double candidates the same way they are today. So it's just a repetition of what they did on 23 August. It will never work the same way it did not work previously. Someone is laughing here. New Change is laughing. Watching from Pretoria. Thank you so much for watching from Rustenburg. Watching again from Rustenburg. 2 people from Rustenburg. Yezo. Ko mavere ngesabofere anozokorora mashoko. Yeah, I don't know which one I was reading, but what you need is to make sure that the information gets to your ears as it is. So if there's a word that was read maybe mistaken or improperly, you have to make sure that you hear it correctly. So that's why I was repeating. People can be, I don't know if it's sick or mad, but people can be that. But yeah, we cannot rule out on you as well, Israel. Right, watching from Cabron, from Manchester, Manchester City, Manchester United. Thank you so much for watching. Watching from Cape Town, thank you so much. Watching from Durban, kubva kuMozambique, Lazarus Chitsamba Chemisa Woye, or Lazarus Chitsamba Chamisa Woye. Okay, Lazarus Chitsamba Chamisa Woye. Thank you so much, Lazarus, for watching. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe wherever you're watching from. Just subscribe. Watching from Silverton. Where is Silverton? I think maybe this is South Africa. Chaneta nadzo politics dzemuZimbabwe. By elections all time, mari ichingobuda for mahala. Ndiripo hangu paCraddock, Eastern Cape, South Africa. My guy Mukaur, what you have to remember is that without politics, you are not a person. Wherever you go, even if you go to the Bible, wherever you go, there was politics. What was happening, the famous story about David and Goliath, that was politics. What was happening about Joseph and his brothers, that was politics. What happened between Joseph and Pharaoh, Moses and Pharaoh, all that was politics, but it was only guided and it was only recorded in the Bible. But all that was happening was politics. So you cannot rule out politics in your life. Your mother, your father, everyone who are back in Zimbabwe, they will be affected by the paracetamol. I am talking to you, I'm telling you today that there are no paracetamols in the hospitals. Your parents, your grandchildren, your uncles, your cousins will be affected by that. And that is being caused by politics. So ignore politics at your own peril. Watching from Silverton. Where is Silverton? Gidizja. Right, Mkaur. Watching from Zim. Wow, thank you so much, Jack Patsika. Saka Chavangu ari kuisa vanhu vake kunomination. Yeah, Chavangu akabayirira vanhu vake kunomination. Watching from Barcelona, Spain. Apo paBarcelona apo. Thank you so much. From Port Elizabeth. Chavangu is a Zanu-P puppet. Yeah, he must just learn from Monzora and all others who tried whatever he's doing. Iye zvino chero vakavhotera Zanu-PF ngavaende chero vakavhotera Zanu-PF ngavaende kunovhotera CCC. EG akuda kupangidzwa kuti haachadiwa citizens zvinurai, kupedza mari neby election, asi kuzvipatara hakuna chiro. Evil. Evil. Zanu-PF members, they didn't go to school. Yeah, you might be correct. I don't have any objections there. These people are. Thank you for sending the hearts. Thank you so much. Zvakanaka zvakadaro. Budiriro iripo pakare paCCC woye. Zimbabwe is only need hondo chete. Munyaradzi. Hondo doesn't kill animals. Hondo kill people. No vanhu hondo. Go to Israel. Those that are dying, they are not animals, they are not chicken, they are people. An individual like you, like me, like anyone else will die. So avoid that. When you have a chance for peace, let's embrace peace. Chamisa and I die. Me too. Better cooks ndizvozvo ndo zviri kutaura kuti ndozvavari kutaura kuti vaitika, ndozvandiri kutaura kuti vaitika. Chinodiwa chete zvichipanyika shanduka menorearutishi. Just want to know what is next and way forward. You should know that what's next and what the way forward, they are printed somewhere. The script is there, they are following the script, and just continue watching, you know what was going to happen. President Chamisa, a legitimate leader, Chabangu must fall. Thank you for the yellow hearts. Watching from Durban. Thank you, Pomerai. Cape Town. Thank you, Charles. Charles and Parutsa. Thank you, Angela. Chansawe. Notendawe. Thank you. Right, guys, we are now closing. I will leave you listening to this beautiful song as I close. Maybe I can give you. Do you want to watch a video? Should I give you a video or I give you a song? Let me see the comments. Do you want me to give you a video or a song? I'm waiting for the comments here. If you give the comments in the next 1 minute, I will follow that. Do you want a video or a song? Okay, so I'm going to play a song. Thank you so much for coming to watch.
Ulilima wapuma, vekupinga wapuma, kukwekwe wapuma, kukokwe wapuma, zegeza wapuma, mukoba wapuma, kutitamisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe, kundizo wapuma, kwa mutoko wapuma, kariba wapuma, kumula wapuma, kuzaka wapuma, ikita wapuma, kutitamisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Bachami wese wapuma, kutitamisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Dare Takara, diaspora yapuma, kutitamisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Dare Takara, munoro nyika inodza kuma, kutitamisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Dare Takara, ndirozi dzekudeka dzapfuma, kutitamisa imari, achatotungamira Zimbabwe. Achatotungamira Zimbabwe, chamisa